Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
Hey, everyone.
Today, we're doing a bit of a quick dive, not super deep, but definitely getting into some really interesting tech news that's, making waves right now.
Yeah, lots happening.
We've got a fascinating mix, honestly. And the goal is pretty simple. Just pull out the essentials, maybe what's surprising, have a bit of fun with it.
Exactly. It's a real grab bag today.
Oh.
Everything from how you might shop online soon to some serious, heavy lifting in the AI chip world. It's the kind of stuff that gives you hints about where things are going.
Right.
Definitely worth looking at.
Okay, let's jump in. So first off, AI shopping assistants. For those of you really leaning into the chatbot life, looks like your digital assistant might get, even more involved in your shopping. OpenAI's updated ChatGPT's web search.
Right.
And now it's suggesting products right alongside reviews.
Yeah, and what's really interesting there is how AI is becoming, more integrated into how we decide things, even shopping.
It feels natural almost.
It does. If you're already asking it questions, getting purchase suggestions, it kind of makes sense. It shows AI moving beyond just spitting out facts.
To guiding choices.
Exactly. Guiding consumer choices.
Okay, sticking with AI,
Mm-hmm.
the chip market. It seems like it's really heating up. Huawei's announced this Ascend 910D AI chip. And they're positioning it as a direct rival to NVIDIA's, the top tier stuff.
Yeah, and this is happening against that whole backdrop of U.S. export controls, which makes it even more significant.
Right. What's the key insight there?
Well, it's a big step for Huawei towards technological self-sufficiency,
Yeah.
especially with the limits they face.
Makes sense?
Developing a competitive chip like this one, it could genuinely start to reshape the global AI hardware scene. Maybe more diverse innovation, different supply chains.
Interesting. Okay, let's pivot a bit. Something that sounds almost like a hobbyist dream. Hugging Face.
Oh yeah, the AI community folks.
They're apparently releasing a programmable robotic arm, SO101. And get this.
Right.
It's 3D printed. Expected price, just $100.
Wow. Okay, $100. That's democratizing robotics right there.
Totally.
It just drops the barrier to entry so low for developers, students, anyone just curious, really.
Yeah.
The accessibility is the key thing. It could spark, who knows what kind of creative uses or educational tools might come out of this, things we haven't even pictured yet.
Sticking with robots for a second.
Oh, yeah.
There's this startup, Glacier.
Glacier, right, the recycling ones.
Exactly. They just got $16 million in funding to scale up their robotic arms. They use computer vision to sort recycling, aiming for better accuracy, less waste ending up in landfills.
And that's a fantastic application of AI, isn't it? Using computer vision, basically letting robots see and identify different plastics, papers, whatever.
Yeah.
To tackle a really big environmental problem. It shows how automation, powered by AI, can genuinely boost sustainability efforts.
Yeah.
Help us get closer to, a circular economy.
Good point. Okay, changing gears slightly. Even the giants are tweaking things. Google I/O.
Their big developer conference, yeah.
They're changing the format. This year, the major Android updates. They're getting their own virtual event before the main conference.
Okay, that's a shift. What do you make of that?
Well, it suggests maybe they're reevaluating priorities or how they deliver news.
Could be. Separating Android might mean they want to give it, its own spotlight. Or maybe the main I/O event is going to be focused heavily on other things.
AI, maybe.
Probably a safe bet.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what the big headline out of I/O itself will be then.
True. Okay, let's talk transport. Future stuff. Waymo.
The self-driving taxis. Leaders in that space, really.
Right. So there's talk they might eventually offer fully driverless cars, for you to own personally.
Oh, interesting. Not just a taxi service.
Yeah, the CEO mentioned future optionality. Meanwhile, you've got Tesla and Elon Musk aiming for that $30,000 cybercab by 2026.
So, different paths, potentially. Waymo, building on their existing robotaxi tech, exploring personal ownership. That adds a whole new dimension for them.
And Tesla.
Tesla's seems more immediate, maybe more mass market focused with that price point for the cybercab, both pushing towards making self-driving more, mainstream, but maybe from different angles.
Okay, buckle up to this next one. A bit of a throwback feel, but electric. A startup called Slate Auto, apparently backed by Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
They've shown off this ultra-affordable electric pickup, the Slate truck, under $20,000 after the federal EV tax credit.
Under 20 grand. For an electric truck, what's the catch?
Well, here's the kicker.
Yeah.
Manual windows.
No screens.
Lego windows. Wow, okay, that's bold.
It's minimalist, right?
Definitely contrarian. Stripping away all the usual tech, they're clearly betting on just core function and affordability.
And customization, apparently. Right, so maybe aiming for a totally different kind of EV buyer, someone who values, like, simplicity and maybe wants to tinker with it themselves. Interesting strategy.
Wildly different. Okay, and now for something that might make you do a double take. A radio station in Sydney?
Australia, yeah.
They used an AI host named Thai for a weekday hip-hop show for 6 months.
An AI radio host for 6 months.
And apparently nobody noticed. Listeners didn't realize it wasn't a person.
Okay, hold on. That's pretty wild. An AI fooling listeners on a creative platform like radio for that long.
Yeah.
It really speaks volumes about how advanced AI is getting in, like, creative fields. Raises some big questions, doesn't it? About content creation, human versus artificial talent.
For sure. The lines are getting blurry.
Very blurry.
Okay, let's bring it back to AI's potential, maybe in a more clearly beneficial way. Healthcare. We're seeing huge investments.
Definitely a hot area.
Companies like Healthy raised $50 million to simplify health benefits. And Crave. $22 million for early cancer detection using urine analysis.
See, those are really tangible impacts. Healthy tackling the admin nightmare, Crave pushing diagnostic boundaries.
Right.
It just highlights how AI can, improve efficiency, maybe lead to more personalized medicine, and hopefully just better health outcomes overall.
And it gets even more specific, right? That UC San Diego story.
Oh, the Alzheimer's research. Yeah, that was fascinating.
Using AI, like AlphaFold, the protein folding tool,
Mm-hmm.
they figured out a hidden function in a protein linked to Alzheimer's. And even found a potential drug target that actually improved memory in mice.
That's huge. It's a perfect example of AI accelerating science, crunching complex biological data way faster than humans could.
Uncovering insights.
Exactly. Finding these potential therapeutic pathways much, much quicker. Game-changing potential for disease research.
Absolutely. And one last quick one on the data front. Epic's Cosmos database.
Right, the massive patient data repository. Anonymized, of course.
Yeah. And they're using AI with it now.
Right.
Finding clinical patterns, training predictive models, powering research.
The scale of that database, combined with AI's analytical power, I mean, it's a massive leap.
Yeah.
The potential to understand diseases better, find trends we never saw before, develop more effective treatments. It's pretty groundbreaking stuff, leveraging that kind of large-scale health data.
It really is.
Yeah.
So much happening across the board.
Definitely keeps you on your toes.
All right, well, that about wraps up our quick dive for today. Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.
If you enjoyed this, quick look at the tech news. Definitely hit that like button. Maybe drop a comment with what caught your eye.
Share it around.
Yeah, share it with anyone who needs the tech update. And please subscribe so you don't miss our next conversation.
Absolutely.
It really makes you think, though, doesn't it?
Mm.
With AI weaving into shopping, maybe driving our cars, even hosting radio shows.
Uh-huh.
What other parts of our lives are going to be subtly reshaped by this tech, maybe without us even noticing right away?
Food for thought.